Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager, and today Everton the Revival with me, Alex. And since last time, what have we got up to? So as you can see, we've been through the pre-season. We've won quite a few games. We've had one loss, which is the Coleman testimonial with a slightly rotated side, and then Reggiana, a slightly rotated side again, just to compensate for the fact that we're going to start the game against Fulham. I want to try and have people relatively fit throughout the whole squad, so we did rotate out quite a bit. But we'll take the pre-season as it is. What have we done since last time? So, transfer-wise, let's see what's going on. What we've done here is Jose Cifuentes, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's coming in. His contract actually expires in 4 months, and I thought it'd be nice sort of to just bring in nice little bit of a rotation player. Played a lot of matches, relishes matches, not a lot of flair. In total, we've paid zero for this man. He is on a free. Coming to us, Met Salah support. I think he looks pretty good as a Met Salah. Great passing, good long shots, first touch, decent finishing 13 for a midfielder. I thought it'd just be nice as a bit of an addition into the midfield. As well as that, let's have a look at the transfer history. So, what has gone on? Since the last episode, we have brought in Gagliardini from Inter Milan. Now, this man was on the transfer market for 3 million. He's had quite a good run at Inter. I can't really see why they've let him go. He's a very, very good box-to-box midfielder, a ball-winning midfielder, in particular 15 tackling, great teamwork and work rate, concentration, mentally really good, physically absolutely brilliant. Only 28 as well, so, and then model professional, sort of what I wanted. He'll be a mainstay in the side, I think. I think he's going to be very good for us. As well as that, we've actually brought in Radamel Falcao, so the man himself, the big man, who went to Porto, had an amazing 2 years at Porto, then went to Atletico Madrid, an amazing 2 years there. Big player in the Monaco sides, 51 million. He picked up quite a nasty injury over those 2 years, then came to Manchester United, scored 4, back to Chelsea, then back to Monaco, where he did pretty well over the next 3 years, getting 15 goals, 18, 21 goals respectively, then went to Galatasaray on a free, Vallecano, and now back to Everton for 500k. We've brought him in mentally absolutely sensational, technically an absolute gift, and then physically not brilliant, but the only reason I've brought him in really is to try and maybe see it out until we can bring in the likes of Calvert-Lewin, who will hopefully be back soon. As well as that, we've brought in Samuele Vignato. So we've brought him in. We've only paid 2.5 million for him, loaned him straight out to Hearts. This man, I just looked at him. I thought he looks pretty strong, to be honest. As a striker, I'd like to see him maybe develop into maybe this advanced forward role. Work rate obviously needs to improve, but he looks promising. 18 years of age, not just turned 18, but 18 and a half, sort of going on towards 19. I thought I'd bring in lower class wonder kid and just see where he can evolve to, because shadow striker, I mean, he looks pretty good. 5'6". He's from Italy. He looks pretty good. I can't lie. So I've managed to bring him in for 2.5 million. On the outs, who have we let go of? So we've managed to get rid of Vignato. Welsh has gone on loan. Sean McAllister. A lot of people on loan. Solomon Rondon's the main one that's left the club. 32 years of age. Just never going to use him. Replaced him with Falcao. I think we sold him for 2.1. Yep, sold him for 2.1. Brought in Falcao instead. Obviously, the physical stats were absolutely insane on this man, but if we compare him to Falcao, you can see Falcao absolutely outweighs him mentally and technically. So the physical side I can sort of just make up for. Other than that, we're going to look at what type of players what type of teams we've been playing. We've got this 4-3-3 formation that we use. It's very, very good. I'm sort of experimenting with a few. This is what this save is for. Experimenting with some formations. Mason Holgate's been absolutely fantastic in this right back role. I can't lie. As this wing back / full back support player. Not very good at crossing, but absolutely brilliant physically and getting back. So he's been all right in that position. Outshining Nathan Patterson, who he needs to just train a bit more. He needs to get a little bit better, but he's looking pretty good. Connor Cody and Tarkowski in the defence with Markolenko, pretty standard. It's just a Gay. He's definitely starting in the CDM role. He's very, very good there. As well as that, I can put Gagliardini in that role if need be, but I think Gay is pretty much suited to that role with him having 18 tackling. Iwobi plays in this Met Salah role. He looks really good in it. I've played him twice in this position. Got 7 and 7.1 rating, and played him in like a different position, 6.5, 6.6, so I'm going to stick to him playing in this Metsala role. He's on a lot of money, by the way. He's a strange player. He's not exactly world class. He's obviously brought him in as a winger, but he's not an outstanding player, so it could see him going if he's going to be on 100k. Anthony Gordon, 10k's on, you see, and this is a winger that I want to try and develop as much as I can, so he's a starting player on our side, as well as that Dwight McNeil, and then obviously up front we've got Radamel Falcao. So we're going for like try and get it into the box, try and get him on the headers, play the ball into him as much as we can. On the bench, we've got more pay if we need to bring him on. Damari Gray, James Garner, Tom Davies, Decore as well. I've got him enlisted just because his contract runs out next year. 120k on the budget as well, which should be pretty nice to bring in. Onana on the bench, he looks pretty good, I've got to admit as well. Can play that centre-back role if need be. Michael Keane, I tried to get rid of him, but he won't go. And then Patterson and Begovic on the bench. So, going to happen this episode is we're going to play Fulham. We're going to play Manchester United. Nice introduction, nice catch-up from last time. And let's get into this one. So, opposition instruction, selection advice, they're saying Nathan Patterson in there. Swap around Tarkowski and Cody. I'm going to play positive because we're against Fulham. We're at home. I want to try and get a big game going as I've actually got sounds on. This is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Let me turn these off. So, let's pump up the fizz anyway. It's important we get this game going. I have faith in all the players, as you do every year. Let's go to the tunnel. I'm going to give the responsibility to someone else because I definitely don't want to do this every single time. Very quickly kick off this game. I know I'd love to watch the. In fact, you know what? I'll watch the start of this. Why not? Fulham. Who are they playing? They're playing Mitrovic, Pereira, De Cordova, Reed, Willian, Reed, Paulinia, Robinson. Let's actually just hold on. Stop the game. Let's turn sounds off. Let's turn music. There we are. So. Everton, it's going to be a long season. I've got to admit, it's going to be a long season because I want to try and play some pretty attacking football. I want to try and play some possessive football. I want to really get into the game and understand just how the physics of and how what's the meta for this year, really. I want to understand that as we've got a free kick here. Falcao standing over it. He's not going to blast this in, is he? He's going to have a shot from range and Leno manages to save it. Not too bad in the end. I want to see sort of how we're going to fare against the rest of the league because as Everton, if you've seen them in real life, they've picked up form a bit lately, but in real terms they're sitting quite low at the bottom of the table. Like a lot of teams are on about 9 points at the moment, which is pretty interesting. As Andres Pereira crosses that ball, it very much isn't Iniesta. That's a big insult to Iniesta as he heads that over the bar. It's an interesting set of players that I've just gone. I don't even really know what's happened over the years. He seems to have just dissipated like most of the actual talent. So yeah, we're gonna have a look, see what we can do. Sort out this CDM position. I want a solid CDM in there. Garner Gay, maybe I don't think he's the man. Pickford's sort of set for a few years. Patterson's a promising right back. Centre backs for now will do. Michaelenko, another promising sort of wing back in himself. We've got a midfield to sort out as Gordon crosses the ball and no one's there. We've got a midfield to sort out because I don't know which two players to combine at the moment. I'd like to see whether or not like a Metsala works quite well or a box-to-box midfielder's pretty good this year. Just need to figure out who's going to be like pivotal this year and what positions what roles should I say are actually outstanding this year. And then we've got wingers. We've got Anthony Gordon, a promising young player that I'd love to try and see if he can develop into something massive. McNeil, always a disappointment on FM each year, always disappointment. As well, he finds Falcao. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned by that. It looked like he tried to walk it into the net. Oh, we've got to make a few changes here. More pay. What minute are we? 7th minute. More pay is going to come on. That can't stand. That really can't stand. We're going to bring on Holgate to play in this centre-back role as well. In the defence, and McNeil is on the corner, crosses it in. Can he find anyone in the box? He can't, but it looks like there might have been a shove in the back, and Stuart Atwell has given us a penalty. We've won a penalty. What's VAR going to say? They're checking the penalty review. I'm hoping it is one. Penalty awarded. Get in. Who's going to stand over it now, taking Falcao off? It's probably a bad decision now, if you're looking at it like that. More pay stands over it. Will he finish it? Oh my word. I can sort of see how this season's going to pan out just by seeing that now. That's very frustrating. That's really frustrating. To take Falcao off, who's got 17 penalties, Morpay comes on. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't know what is going on with this Everton save, but we've just missed the penalty. Morpay's then come on. Leno's kicked it straight at him. He's then tried to chip the keeper. There's two positions there where I'm pretty much sure Falcao would have absolutely finished them off. Garner Gaze on it, was playing it round. Holgate's on it, got Patterson on the wide area. Can we maybe get a ball in? We can't. Well, let's shout at the lads. Let's demand more, because we should be winning this game. We should be winning this game easily. As Palhinha gives it Tete. If they dare find some sort of result from this, Willian crosses the ball in. Mitrovic is there. I tell you what. This is going to be some year for FM. If this isn't a sign to say that we're in for an absolute ride for this season, then I don't know what it is. Willian, with somewhat of just a hopeful ball in, Mitrovic is there, two men around him. He manages to leap mounds above them and puts it in the back of the net. I'm going to berate the lads. We need to get something from this. McNeil crosses the ball in yet again. Can we maybe get a rebound on this? Decore's in acres of space, gets a good ball in. Damari Gray's at the back post, he heads it in. Now, if this is offside, the linesman's not even anywhere near the line. The linesman's behind the net. They're checking the goal review. I've got to admit, I think he's offside. But this is just a shambles. 92nd minute now, 93rd minute, and that has to go down as I'm gonna. We're not good enough. That was just absolutely shambolic. Lost for words. Anyway, I'll join you back for the United game. We play Manchester United next, and we'll see how this develops. I mean, it's not looking good, is it? It's just not looking good at all. So we'll fast forward. We'll get into the next game, and hopefully, fingers crossed, a bit of luck comes our way in the next game. And you join me back for the United game. I've got to hope. You've just got to hope that this is going to be a good one. So, City have beat Wolves 3-1 away from home. Haaland already, I think, on the score tally of 4 for the season out of the 2 games. So he's on to perform unbelievably. I mean, look at them stats. He is scary on FM. Crystal Palace drew with Southampton. Leicester drawing with Leeds as well. Fulham beating Brighton at home 3-0. Fulham actually looking like a very strong side on this FM save. Liverpool smashing Chelsea 5-0. Salah with the 3 goals. And now we're about to play Manchester United in our first game against one of the big 6 of this season. Who are we going to play? So Falcao last time round didn't have the best of luck, but I think I'm going to still stick with him. I might have him as a poacher instead though, just because he can stay still, accelerate out into areas that he can just play in. Gagliardini played a decent enough game, but I think James Garner might be a good player to use in here against his old side. Nathan Patterson playing as well. We're going to instead go cautious, or even defensive maybe, just for the time being, just to see how we can play this game. We'll go to the match and we'll carry on. And we'll get into it as soon as possible, because at the moment it's just not looking good at all, is it? It's looking pretty tough for us out here. I'm going to point the fingers. We're the underdogs today. Let's pump up the fists. I've got faith in the lads. Faith in the lads. They've kicked off straight away and they've got a key highlight. It's not looking good for us. Sancho already on this left hand side crosses the ball in, finds Ronaldo. It's 1-0. Within 17 seconds it's 1-0. Ronaldo has absolutely thunderbolted that one into the bottom left hand corner. It's 1-0. We're not looking good. This is going to be scary. This is going to be a scary game. Manchester United at home. They should be absolutely pounding us. Ronaldo's there again. Right, okay. Pay, and I've got another substitution we have. Let's bring on Gagliardini as well. Casemiro's got it on the edge of the box. He curls one into the top right hand corner. What a shot by Casemiro. It's 3-0 to United now. Ronaldo with 2, Casemiro with 1. It's full time. Oh, it's nothing else. It's full time. You did yourself proud today. There's nothing else really. There's nothing else really that you can say. And that draws the day to a close. Forest going above us. We're sitting in 18th at the moment. Chelsea, Wolves and Villa not getting any wins or anything in there. Brentford, Palace, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth as well. Not doing too great with only 1 point out of the 2 games. Our run of games, I mean, it's not the kindest, is it? We've got Forest up next in the Premier League, who you've got to think is a great chance for 3 points. Leeds as well, another great chance for 3 points, but still a decent enough side. Bournemouth, a tricky side to play against, but again, another must win, if anything. And then you've got an absolutely horrifying 4 games in a row of Chelsea, Liverpool and West Ham, of which I'm probably going to bring you the Chelsea and Liverpool games just so you can a bit more misery into the series, shall we? Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, a bit of a long one here, leave a like. I might try and make these a bit quicker, something to get really just sit down and get your teeth into as a series, just so we can maybe get 10-15 minute episodes going in between there. But yeah, as a up to date transfers, games, the full hit. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you in the next episode. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.